That's a good ball for Peter Weir. Now Aberdeen with McGee making the break and Hewitt waiting in the middle. Hewitt!
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you and supported by Saltire Energy, the global market leader in specialist drilling equipment rental, and also by Craig International, a truly global company with 10 offices strategically placed around the world. The future of global procurement is right here. Here we go. At long last, the Dons are back. We're in action against Queen of the South at Palmerston Park tomorrow afternoon. 17:15 kickoff in the UK in the Premier Sports Group Stage, Group E. Let's remind ourselves of what we're looking at. So obviously we kick off tomorrow, and then next Saturday we're away to East Kilbride. After that, we play our first home game of the new season under Jimmy Tillene, and we welcome Rhys McCabe's Adrionians to Pittodrie. On Saturday the 27th of July, we host Dumbarton at Pittodrie, and there's a couple of games left after that. They're coming, trust me. Oh, it's so good to be back. It's a preview show at long last. So that's what we can expect in the next few weeks or so. Hi everybody, how you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV this Friday night. Our first preview show ahead of the brand new season. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for tomorrow afternoon to see basically what our new management is going to be all about, what they're going to implement, what they're going to focus on, how they're going to get us playing. Honestly, I'm so excited, I cannot begin to tell you. So, tonight, we've got a bit of a bumper show. It's a new look countdown to kickoff. We've got new graphics. We've got a new style for you. We've been working on this throughout the summer, and your membership scheme, where you guys have been contributing to the show, has gone very much towards everything new that you guys see. So thank you for your continued support. So Andrew Considine obviously announced his retirement from playing this week. So I jumped on a Zoom call with this morning from his home in Bankery to have a little chat about his quick fire question and answer feature. It's a lot of fun. I really hope you enjoy it. It's nearly 9 minutes long, so it plays a big chunk of the show tonight. We'll bring that to you a little bit later, but we shall obviously concentrate on the Queen of the South game tomorrow as well. So feel free to get in touch. We're going to begin by basically catching up with everything that's happened at the football club in the last 7 days or so, because so much has happened. At the beginning of the week, the Dons signed Sivert Nielsen, played 2 years at Elfsborg under Jimmy Tillene, 32 years old, a very experienced captain, signed from Norwegian side Brand Bergen. He's our fourth signing of the summer. And sadly, Dante Polvara, we'll come to this a little bit later, is going to be missing for a number of weeks. It could be up to 14 to 16 weeks. And what about this? Duke facing disciplinary action from Aberdeen as striker skips pre-season amid exit push. So we will talk about that a little bit later. But also this week, the club unveiled their new away kit.
Nicknamed the Wasps, the Dons set out in the famous stripes to do our city proud. Decades in our early years, these colours became renowned. Early chapters in our history, written by men who we still talk of now. But as for the women, we weren't allowed. No buzz, no noise, this game was for boys. Banned, shunned, cast to the side. No longer time to conform, it is now our time to swarm. Together, under one banner, a new era for the Dons. The Wasps are back.
So what do you think? For me, it's a grower. It's definitely a grower. When I first saw it, I was a bit, ooh, goodness me. But having seen it now sort of on the players and a lot of folk posting online and wearing and all that kind of stuff, it's most definitely growing on me. I do think there's a sense of Marmite about it. But I personally, I'm really starting to grow on it, so I really quite like it. My thanks to Scott Gormall at the football club for allowing me the opportunity to show you that video. So thank you very much, Scott. Very much appreciated. So let's begin. First of all, let's begin by opening it up to you guys, because there is so much to discuss, and I really want to start getting you guys on tonight and getting all your thoughts. Oh my goodness, we've got lots of chat in already. So let's start with David Swinton. He says, hi Ali, here we go again. Can't wait to see Yimmy's team progressing this season. Gavin Wilson said, all sad about Polvara's injury, but what about Mackenzie's knock? Duke throwing toys out his pram. Is Miofsky Ofsky? Sokla brace. New record just signed. Now we'll see Yimmy's tactics. Can he wait? The musical box is on. How you doing, fella? Duncan Wright has said, a few concerns before the season is kicked off. Dante's injury. What's going on with Duke? Can we hold on to Miofsky? Saying that, looking forward to the Yimmy Tallinn revolution. Chilling is on. How we doing? Gavin Wilson said, been buzzing all week for tomorrow's game. Was gutted the Peterhead game was called off and rearranged at Cormac Park, but good to see the goals at least. Baz Strachan is here. How we doing, Baz? He says, good evening, everybody. Hope everyone is well. Great to get back up and running with the new season. Exciting times ahead, hopefully. The musical box said, I can't help feeling, since they've already have the cameras there and running, that putting these friendlies on Red TV would be a good move. Yeah, but unfortunately, you know, I'm totally with you. But to broadcast a game these days is not cheap. Whether it's a friendly in-house game, it's not cheap. So I can understand why they don't. Gavin Wilson said, hope Red TV have sorted their streaming issues. Seen a few people upset last season. To be fair, it's not actually the folks at the football club's fault. It's the broadcaster that they use. They need to sort out their issues. Michael Findley's asking what everyone thinks about the new away strip. Richard Mickey McMillan has said, yes, it's that time again. Our season starts tomorrow. Bring it on. Stuart Malcolm says, good evening, Ali. From a very cold Forest. My prediction, 6-0 to the Dandies tomorrow. Stand free. Not good news for Dante. As for Duke, very disappointed. Gavin Moser said, I love the new away strip. Wanted to see it happen a couple of years back. I've got the black gold pinstripe. Paul Donaldson's on. Wishing everyone a good evening. Hi, Paul. How are you, fella? Just let me get you back, because, oh my goodness, there are so many of you guys on tonight. Where are you? There you go. Laura 101 is on. Evening, everyone. Great to have the Dons back playing competitive football again. Paul Donaldson saying, just saw the whole Duke situation on Reporting Scotland, and the statement from the club says he's not engaging with the club directly. Does that mean he's in contact via his agent? Not good at all. Maybe it's now time for Duke to move on and the club to make some money selling him on. So let's address this, shall we? So, first and foremost, no matter what has happened, he is acting very unprofessionally. And that shouldn't be allowed to happen. And whoever is advising him needs to give themselves a really good shake. Because if he's trying to get a move, this is not the way to go about it. There are ways to do these things. And they're acting incredibly unprofessionally. And my biggest fear for Duke is that it's not a good look on him whatsoever. So if I was in his position and if I was advising him now, I would be telling him to get back to the football club immediately, to get back to training immediately. First and foremost, apologise to the manager, apologise to his teammates, and then put out some sort of statement, which needs to be carefully worded. But to just not turn up when you're still under contract is absolutely not acceptable on any level. If you and I just decided not to turn up for work tomorrow, what do you think's going to happen? So, in my humble opinion, the whole Duke camp is acting very unprofessionally, and they need to give themselves a shake. Big time. Silly, silly boy. Saying that, would he be a big loss? After last season, I would say no. But good luck to the lad. But don't bite the hand that feeds you, my friend. Michael Finlay says, sure, it won't help him get a move to other clubs. They'll look at this and go, no way, he's trouble. Exactly, Michael, exactly. He's doing himself so much damage, and his advisors are advising him very, very badly. Yeah, everyone here is now saying that because he's not communicating with the club directly, they're doing it through the agent. Matthew Cool is on. Hi, Matt. How are you? Excuse me. Nicola Beaton is here. Hi, Nicola. So disappointing that it looks like Duke will leave on a sour note. The fans have always loved him. Yeah, absolutely. Always go out on top. Always. Susan Casey says, good evening, Dandies. Looking forward to the finals starting tomorrow. Come on your heads. What's everyone's thoughts on the new away strip? It's slowly growing on me. Graham Sinclair is here. Hi, Graham. How you doing? It's lovely to catch up earlier. Can't wait for the new season tomorrow, but the name Queen of the South still sends a shiver, doesn't it just? Grey Pilgrim says, Andrew Considine is a legend. Oh, you'll really enjoy it later. It was really good fun. Musical Box said, we should be brushing the likes of Queen of the South aside, but we'll see tomorrow. I can just about wait that long. Lord Cow is here. Good evening, Ali. Can't wait to get back to proper football this weekend. If the reports are true, it's a disappointing attitude from Duke to end it like this. Absolutely gutted for Dante. So let's talk about Dante. Just absolutely devastated for him. We spoke about him during one of the main stand programs last week or the week before, about where I watched his interview on Red TV and where he just came across so well. For me, a leader in the making. And I'm just absolutely devastated for the boy. So I don't know if you saw Yemi Talene's presser today. It's on Red TV at the moment. If you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, you can read the transcript. And he basically said that he's seeing a specialist on Monday, but they're expecting that it could be as long as 14 to 16 weeks. That's how serious the injury is. Sustained in training, unfortunately. So look, all we can do is just send Dante our very best wishes and hope for a very speedy recovery, and look forward to getting you back where you belong very, very soon. So good luck with your recovery. Right. So I'm going to try and predict the team for tomorrow. I think I've done this about, honestly, I must have played around with this for about, I think I've done it about 6 or 7 times, but I think I've settled on this predicted 11. So obviously the new goalkeeper in between the sticks, Dimitar, and then I'll stick with Jack. I think he'll get over his knock. And then I'm going to go with Richard and Rubicic. Don't forget Angus MacDonald can't play because he's suspended. Nicky on the right, Shinza, and then Nielsen, our new signing, if he gets international clearance. Then I think you'll start with Peter Ambrose, Leighton Clarkson, Jamie McGrath, and Esther Sokla. I don't think, and we'll come on to it, why he'll play Bojan Majowski. So here's your match stats. Of the 10 teams in League One last season, Queens had the third worst offensive record, having scored only 46 goals all season. But they did end the campaign as the league's third best defensive side, having conceded 53 goals. Peter Murphy was named manager in May this year. After the end of the current campaign, he replaced Marvin Bartley, who left the football club by mutual consent. And of course, Yemi Talene takes charge of his first competitive match as new Aberdeen manager. And this is what he's had to say. Everybody has to be really prepared. We have to do our homework and prepare ourselves for the game tomorrow. I feel that the focus is really high. You always have to respect the opponent. It's always important to try to win the games. It's a cup competition. We want to get through and keep moving there. That is why we need to prepare. We are going to have to take more steps as a team It will take more to learn and to grow. So again, he spoke about other things, about building this team bonding that he really, really wants, and how he wants everybody singing from the same hymn sheet. And even though they've only had a couple of weeks working with the lads, that he can see it slowly coming together. And, we shouldn't expect miracles in the first few games. This is very much going to be a work in progress. But we should have enough in our locker to be able to get past Queen of the South tomorrow. I think it'll be tricky. Of course it will. They'll be right up for it. They've made a number of changes to their playing squad as well. 13 players have left the football club. They have been, not all of them, they've replaced most of them. They lost their top goal scorer last season who signed to Arbroath. So there's big changes at Queen of the South. Long trip tomorrow. If you are going, I absolutely tip my hat to you, because that's a long, long way down to Dumfries. So if you are going, please have a very safe and fun, enjoyed trip down there. And let's hope the boys can give you a performance to remember. And it really is the perfect start for Yumi Talene. Right, we'll get Andrew Considine on just a moment, but let's get back to some more of your comments. DM says, hope you're well, Ali. Feeling confident about this season. Come on, you Reds. Stuart Malcolm said, I bought my away top today. I think it looks fantastic. Sorry, just let me get you back. Gavin Wilson has said, I've watched a lot of women's football club and country in recent years. Glad the women's team are evolving. Yeah, listen, the new head coach that's come in is a first-class coach. Coached the South Korean women's team at the Women's World Cup last year. Comes with great pedigree. Obviously, we've lost some very key players from the women's team as well. But look, let's just hope they keep progressing. That's what it's all about, the women's team. Just keep progressing and being competitive. John Moore says, hi all. Duke let him go. He said he wants us and Benfica to get money. So first, okay offer he goes. Anyone hear about Papa Guy? So look, Papi's back in training, as is Vinny. So it's up to these guys, if they want to progress, if they want to have a career at Aberdeen, how they go about training, trying to impress the manager, and basically fighting for starting berths. So it's up to them. John Moore said, so if Miowski doesn't play tomorrow, I would imagine he's off soon too. So the reason that I didn't have Bojan in my starting 11 is because the rumblings are now really starting to make a lot of noise about Bologna. So there's been a lot of talk recently that Bologna are preparing themselves now for a significant bid for Bojan Miowski. And reading between the lines and reading about how they do their business online, they don't like to mess about. They like to get their business done quickly and sharpish. So they're obviously preparing for their new season as well. Had a very good season in Serie A last season. So I would not be surprised if Bojan is not considered for the game. I can't help but think that, and I could be completely off track here, but I can't help but think that players who are imminently going to leave should be starting games over players who are going to stay. I could be completely wrong. Obviously I get the argument that we should always be playing our best players no matter what. I totally understand that. But if he is going to be leaving, sadly, I'll be gutted if he does. I think we should be sticking with the players who are contracted to us, and no bids have come in and will be Aberdeen players for the forthcoming season. So it's just a humble opinion. Barry Cooler's on. Hi Barry, evening folks, just on from work and waiting for the takeaway, heading down to Dumfries tomorrow with my stepdaughter. Excellent Barry, have a great trip. Matthew Cole says, gutted for Dante. Sounds like Yimmy can't wait to get him back. David Gold's Rally Vids is on. Good evening. How you doing? Gray Pilgrim has said, McGarry looked lively against Peterhead. Hope he gets a good run in the team this year. Douglas Thompson said, away kit arrived today. Be wearing it at Palmerston tomorrow. Graham Barman is here. Hi, Graham. How are you, pal? He says, good evening. Fit like everybody. Can't wait for the Tulane Revolution. Gutted for Polvara. He was turning into a top player and future captain material. Sweet dreams are made of these. Oh, dear fella. Yeah, so many of you are just absolutely gutted for Dante. Neil Mazon, how you doing? No need to apologise, mate. No need to apologise. Glad you're here. Graham Barron came back to say Duke needs to get a grip after all the club has done for him, and the fans took him under their wing. He was really poor last season, so won't be missed. Musical Box, in terms of the team that I predicted, he thinks that Gavin Malloy will be in defence. Yeah, I did wonder about that. I must admit, mate, I did have him in first, but I just felt Richard Jensen and Slobodan have got more experience, and I can't help but think first games of the season, tricky games, potential banana skins, all the football cliches, that you got to play your most experienced centre-backs. But mate, he was my first choice, I have to say, before I changed my mind. Kevin Spence says, I hope Vinny gets a chance tomorrow to prove himself, especially after Duke's carry on. I've got to be honest with you, Kevin, I'm with you. You know, I hope Vinny is really knuckled down in pre-season. You know, there was most definitely a player there before he began his petulance. And look, I really hope Yimmy gets the best out of him and that he wants to stay and he wants to crack on. He improves his attitude because there is most definitely a player there. George Findlay says, hi, Ali from George and Linda. Glad to see you back. Always good time. First game of the season. Hope you're well, George. Hope you're well, Linda. Bass Strachan is just reminding everybody to hit the old like button. So if you're enjoying our new look, countdown to kick off with the new graphics, new titles, give us a wee like. Right. There's plenty more comments, so I'll get to them. But first, let's get Andrew Considine on. So earlier today, so you know I've been doing this series of quickfire and question and answer sessions with a host of ex-players, which have gone down really, really well. If you haven't seen all of them, they're on the channel. They've been placed on the channel, so they're there for your viewing pleasure. As a perk for being a member of ABTV, I always post these exclusively to members only so that you get a look at it before we put it live on the show. So for those of you who watched it earlier, who are paid up members, I really hope you enjoyed it. So, oh, goodness me. The last question. Oh, the last question. I really hope you enjoy it. Andrew Considine. Hi, Andrew. It's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on. Right, I hope you're ready for your quickfire question and answer session. First question. Who was your best mate growing up when you were coming through the ranks?
Ryan O'Leary was a good pal of mine. We came up through the youth system, played Scotland youth teams together. And the last time we would have played probably together was when we went to the World Cup in Vancouver, under 20s with Scotland. Then after that, I think he moved on from Aberdeen. But no, we were close. Also had a really good relationship with Richard Foster, which I still do to this day. He was a year above me, but we played a number of Aberdeen youth teams together and obviously a bit of first team. So,
okay, is that Pierce O'Leary's son?
Yes.
Yeah, thought it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Who did you first sit beside when you moved into the first team dressing room?
Scott Severin.
Ah, okay.
He was really good, to be fair. He was very good with the old dressing room. They had grey lockers.
Yeah.
In the corner, and there's 2 seats next to it, and it was me and Sevi. We sat together.
Were you ever on the receiving end of a dressing room prank?
Yes. I'd ordered a pair of boots for match day. Now, this was when Jayden Stockley was here. And they were due to arrive on the Friday, which obviously they did. It came after training. So, and they were sitting in my place. It was like brilliant, super, because the ones that I had were well worn. Opened them up, and there was a pair of loafers inside, right? And also, you wouldn't know because it was well wrapped again. And I was thinking, this is not good. And I didn't get my boots back till game day, so you can
No.
imagine the panic for the next 24 hours. But they did appear, but no, I found out it was Jaden. But yeah, no, the boys had a good laugh about that.
So he's got a hidden talent of gift wrapping as
Oh,
well.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the characters we had during that time, he was up there.
During your time at the football club, what was your particular favourite strip?
I really liked the blue one back in 2017, 18, the away
Yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
I thought there may not be everyone on top of everyone's list, but I really liked it. Um, but my best home strip was 2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that one. Was the thick white collar and the white straps on the arms. I like that. That was nice.
What was your favourite goal that you ever scored?
Probably the Celtic one.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
End of season game.
and end the season to
Yeah.
finish second. What it meant, us finishing second. I think we'd known at half time that the Hibs Rangers game was pretty much shooty in. I think it was maybe four at half time. It was crazy. We knew we had to win. So the significance of the goal, and it was a good bit of play as well, to be fair. But it was a great way to finish off the season, and to spoil the title party at the end was always good. So enjoy that one.
Over your time with the football club, what was the best goal that you saw?
Jamie Smith's volley against Copenhagen.
Ah, yeah.
That was a cracking night from start to finish, but that volley was special, really special. I mean, Big Scotty's was up there. Is his shot against Kilmarnock, when Niall sort of passes it, just, oh goodness me, it was just beyond the sort of centre circle, takes a touch,
Yeah.
smack top corner.
Yeah.
That was a cracker. But no, Jamie Smith for me is volley against Copenhagen with a cracker.
Okay. Who took the longest to get ready after a game?
So for me, it was Paul Hartley. Now, the reason I say this is because I very rarely saw him take a shower with the boys after. He was always just going about in his match day kit. There was home or away, he was always just in his kit. So it's tight. I mean, I'm going to say 99.9% of the time, I'd been showered, changed, gone with the majority, and he was still going about in his kit. So I don't know if he just enjoyed chilling out afterwards. Goodness knows what was going on, but he took a while to get changed.
Must have been those flowing locks. What was your favourite training drill?
Probably just boxes. I
Okay.
think that the fun, along with the fun, the technique, it's a great way of training in small spaces. And it was always you always looked forward to it on a Friday. It was every Friday, especially under Dell and Doc. We did it every Friday after the warm up, and it just got everyone going, got everyone in a good mood, up for training. So no, rondos. I mean, in all sort of aspects, but when you do the small boxes before training, it's great.
Okay. You said your favourite goal, but what was your favourite moment?
Playing for Scotland,
Yeah.
debut for Scotland, regardless of circumstances. Obviously, during COVID, no fans, family wasn't there. It was still, it's my number one highlight. It's to represent your country coming towards the very end of your career. It was always something that was always in your head, thinking, trying to be as consistent as possible week in, week out for Aberdeen, featuring in semi-finals, finals, playing in Europe. You're always hoping that something would eventually come along, and it did. And it was an incredible week. Won both games, 2 clean sheets. It was an incredible couple of games. So no, my debut for Scotland is absolutely.
So who won more medals? Andrew Considine or Doug Considine?
The question is, Ali, does a driver a cup? Does that count?
Of course it
It
counts.
does. It counts, right? Okay, well, he's got two then. I've got the one. He did win the league, Dad, in 79, 80.
Yeah,
Yes. So along with the Dryborough Cup, I think that was maybe the year after.
that's right.
So he does have the two, and I've got the one. And I think that obviously winning the league probably out trumps the League Cup. That's for sure. But so no, he does. He does have one over me. Yes.
Okay. If you could turn back the clock and change any result from your time with Aberdeen, what result would you like to change?
It would be the Scottish Cup 2017,
Yeah.
the last minute goal from Rogic. I've always said that to everyone. I should have done so much better personally, stopping that shot. It was a game, regardless of how well Celtic were playing that year and how successful they had been. I felt we had a chance. We did. If I could change that, even if it just went to penalties and just gave us a chance, because anything can happen in penalties. So no, that's the one. If I could change, absolutely.
Okay. Final question. And I really hope you're ready for this, fella, because this is a big one. It's an important one as well. Okay. Bad Boys Inc. or Can I Boogies, Baccara or Baccarat, however you pronounce it. Choose your next words carefully, my friend.
Oh, I can only apologize. I've got to go for the boogie. I have to go for the boogie. I'm sorry. As
No.
successful as your career was,
Oh, you're softening the blow.
so I'm sorry, it does. Yes, the boogie. But no, I think both were more than a level playing field. Absolutely.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Legends in their own living room.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mate, thank you so much. It's been
Well, thanks for
absolutely
having me.
brilliant having
Thank
you
you.
on. Take care, pal.
Cheers, Ali. Thank you.
Ta-da. Ta-da. I hope you enjoyed that, and I really hope you're enjoying tonight's show. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd be absolutely thrilled if you would please consider it. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does, it just gives you notifications when the show goes live, and obviously you'll be supporting massively as we continue to build the subscription level here on AB TV. Honestly, it's getting bigger and bigger, and I'm absolutely thrilled how we are building. We are, believe it or not that far away in... How long we've been on air now? 2 and a bit years of actually becoming the #1 Aberdeen Football Club themed fan YouTube channel. We're really not that far away. That was the aim. That's what I wanted to do. That was my ambition. That was my goal. And thanks to you guys, we're nearly there. Unbelievable. Just amazing. Right, let's get back to some of your comments. I really hope you enjoyed that little chat with Andrew. I really enjoyed it. What a laugh we had after we came off it, the recording as well, about... Icon Boogie, so funny. Right, Barry Cole says, leaving Aberdeen at 12 tomorrow. Looking forward to watching the Tulleen era. Ugh, just people on social media, honestly. Sevco fans talking about Miovski, just give us peace. Susan Casey said, in regards to what Andrew said about is the best goal that he ever saw, Jamie Smith's volley against Copenhagen. I was in the RDS behind the goal, and when he scored that, I was pounced on by fellow fans. Nearly fell down the stairs. A great night. Musical Box says he's a great character. He's such a nice lad. But they all are. They're all top lads, honestly. Every single one of them. Rod Cow says, if Miovski is away, I really hope Sokla grabs the opportunity this season. Plenty goals, please. I'm desperate to see if Yimmy can bring the best out of Leighton Clarkson too. Yeah, good point. Paul Donaldson said he was at that match against Celtic when Andrew scored. What a day. We'll never forget it. David Goldrallyvid said, this season will be Esther Sokla's chance to shine. Musical Box says, from what I have seen, Vinny looks like he's grown up. I think he might have a good season. I hope you're right, mate. Gordon Keith Ritchie says, good evening all. Play a strong team and we'll win tomorrow. Michael Robertson, hi Michael. We're heading to the game tomorrow as always, travelling from Oban. Oh, what a trip that is. Queen of the South isn't that bad a trip for us. It's actually a shorter journey than a home game. All right, okay. Glad to be back, aren't we all, mate? Barry Cole said, Esther is a ready-made replacement for Bojan. B. Bet said, really optimistic for the season ahead. Stuart Malcolm said, if Bojan does go, I wish him all the best and thanks for the memories. Right, guys, there we go. We are all done. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the new look countdown to kickoff. I hope you've enjoyed the new graphics and everything. You know, I'm doing my very best with the help of others to try and, you know, enhance the program for you, make it look more professional, make it look more slick. So I really hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. So we'll be back now. I'm just thinking, because obviously it's the final on Sunday of the Euros, because we usually do the post-game show, don't we, on a Sunday? So I think what I'll do is, because the game kicks off at 8, build-up begins at 7. Nah, I think I'll come back on Monday, all right? And we'll do the show on Monday night, just so that, you know, we can get the final out the way, not rushing to do the show, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll come back on Monday to do the review show, and hopefully a new look review show as well. So guys, listen, have a fantastic weekend. Take good care of yourselves. And all that's left to say, as always, as we do at the end of Countdown to Kickoff, is wish the lads the very best of luck tomorrow. Here we go. Yemi Talene's era begins. Can't wait. Take care. See you soon. Stand free.